South Park: The Stick of Truth. From what I've been hearing so far, this is a really good game, or at the very least, from what I've seen. From what I've seen of the game, honestly, a lot of people have been kind of praising the game and saying that yes, man, it's just like the TV show. It is just like the video game, or honestly, it has a very good RPG like thing. Commands and all that. And honestly, it is a good story. And honestly, from what I've seen from the game and from what I've played, the game itself really isn't all that bad. Really, video games such as like the Simpsons movie, games like the Family Guy thing, the Family Guy game, and games like such as like the Futurama games. These games, they all basically do the exact same thing that the South Park game did. The difference is, though, is that those games, they do kind of take on the likelihood of a action platformer or some form of an action game. Whereas the biggest strength for South Park: The Stick of Truth is the fact that it is an RPG game, which does actually kind of add to the game and its story and its atmosphere, which does honestly kind of like give you way more time to kind of sit down and actually appreciate the jokes and honestly appreciate the character moments and all of the fun things here and there in which that you normally see whenever you watch the TV show. Whereas in all those other games, with them honestly kind of like mapping like certain voice clips and things to like various actions, after a while it does kind of get pretty stale to hear like the same few jokes over and over and over again. Like you've beaten the enemy like so many times. Now, honestly, for this game, it is a good RPG game. The class systems for what they have are really, really good, and honestly, for how it controls, it is okay. However, I will state this though. As much praise as I give this game and for it to be a simple little RPG game, which that you can play and get into the characters, their stories, and everything. For a game like that, it really isn't all that bad. However, at the same time, when I do look at it, I honestly just see that honestly, or at least from me going from the IGN thing, from what they praised at it, it's the thing of like, it feels like the show has a lot RPG scenes. It's a funny game, and the classes are too similar. Here's the thing that I gotta really say about that. For a game like this, the RPG feel is there, of course. However, for it to feel like the show, again, like how I said, some of the voice acting for it, it feels a little wooden. And honestly, for some of the RPG aspects of it, it does seem to be very, very minimalistic. Or honestly, it really doesn't go past like just hit them a lot until they go down, or do like average simple things. And honestly, for it to be funny, again, it's an RPG game. It gives you way more time, man, to kind of like flush everything out and everything. The only real actual problem that I do have with this game though is the fact that honestly, it really isn't something in which that it is honestly getting a lot of praise for just doing what it's supposed to do. It's just a quaint little RPG game, which that honestly, if you really, 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 really think about it, if you take away the RPG aspect of it and then just stuck to the story, it's just the average TV show of a South Park, of just the kids just sitting of them just sitting around and having a moment in which that having like a funny moment of them just living their lives. That's kind of the only real downside to it is the fact that honestly, if you look at it and you just take away the gameplay part, this could just be like an average episode, which really doesn't make it all that special or really all that different from any other game that is based off a TV show. The only difference is the fact that the gameplay mechanics are really, really good. So that's kind of what I got to say about that. Honestly, this is a good game. It did get a 9 out of 10 on IGN, and it is getting good getting good marks everywhere else. The thing is, though, is just a fact of I am noticing that a lot of people are honestly praising it for honestly the TV aspects, but then not necessarily realizing it's just the fact that honestly it's just an okay game at best. It's not worth, man, the $60 price tag it has. But honestly, if it was cheaper, I would get it. So that's kind of what I gotta say about that. So yeah, my verdict of this game is price too high. We'll get it when it's cheaper. That's kind of what I gotta say about that. I'll see you guys on the next John Grab Show. I'm out.